Welcome viewers for another strange and mysterious story. Today, we're diving into the hidden ghost town that has had centuries of strange and haunting occurrences. From seeing mysterious figures appear, to the full disappearance of an entire family. So buckle up and hold on to your seat as we explore this strange story. Tucked away in the quiet hills of Cornwall, Connecticut, lies a place that has long been abandoned. A place so horrifying that no one dares to visit anymore. Welcome to Dudleytown, a town said to be cursed, plagued by tragedy, and haunted by the spirits of those who fell victim to the strange and mysterious things that lurk beneath this town's dark past. But is there any truth to these spine-chilling tales? Or is Dudleytown just another victim of folklore and overactive imaginations? Today, we're diving deep into the strange and terrifying history of Dudleytown, uncovering the reasons for its abandonment, and exploring the infamous ghost stories that continue to fascinate paranormal enthusiasts. Dudleytown's story begins in the mid-1700s when settlers, including several members of the Dudley family, arrived in the rolling hills of Connecticut. Among these early pioneers were the descendants of Edmund Dudley, an administrator and financial agent of King Henry VII, who met a grim fate after being executed for treason in 1510, which could have been the start of the town's dark lineage, and where the curse of the forefather of this little town began. Others say it might have followed the Dudleys across the Atlantic, casting a shadow over the town that would bear their name, and to any poor soul which would call it home. The town was established in an isolated area that offered little for farming or trade, and over time, life became more difficult for those who lived there. Poor soil quality, limited resources, and the remoteness of Dudleytown made it a harsh place to survive and to make a living for the early settlers of this cursed town to be. The first signs of trouble did not come as a strange occurrence to the townspeople, even when livestock began to die mysteriously and crop failures became common. But what really marked the town's decline were the strange and tragic deaths that began to afflict the residents. Some of the Dudleytown settlers, as well as their neighbors, succumbed to mental illness, unexplained accidents, and violent deaths, which eventually became the common thing for the residents of this now cursed town. One of the most unsettling tales involves the Carter family. It was the summer of 1885 when the Carters moved to the outskirts of Dudleytown, drawn by promises of a fresh start. William and Eliza Carter, with their two young daughters, Clara and Ruth, were eager to escape the bustling life of the city. The villagers greeted them with a mixture of curiosity and unease, for many had fled Dudleytown, burdened by stories of misfortune that echoed through its darkened woods. As the days turned into weeks, the Carters settled into their quaint home, nestled against the backdrop of ancient trees. They spent their days exploring the forest, teaching the girls about the flora and fauna. But as summer waned, an unsettling chill crept into the air. On a moonlit night, the Carters were seen for the last time. Neighbors noted that the family had not emerged the following day. The usual sounds of laughter and play were replaced by an oppressive silence. Concerned, a few villagers ventured to their home, only to find the door ajar and the interior shrouded in darkness. Inside, the house was in disarray. Chairs were overturned and the table was set for dinner, food half-eaten, as if they had simply vanished mid-meal. Eliza's favorite shawl lay on the floor, and the girls' toys were scattered, but there was no sign of struggle, no hint of where they might have gone. Panic spread through Dudleytown. Search parties scoured the woods, calling out for the family, but the only reply was the rustle of leaves and the distant hoot of an owl. Days turned into weeks, and with each sunset, hope waned. It was as if the forest had swallowed them whole. Whispers grew louder among the townsfolk. Some spoke of the ancient curse that plagued Dudleytown, claiming that those who settled there were doomed to disappear, consumed by the land's restless spirits. Others believed the Carters had encountered something far darker, a presence lurking in the woods, unseen yet palpably felt. As the months passed, the Carters became a ghost story, a tale told by flickering candlelight. Children dared each other to venture near their home, hoping to catch a glimpse of the lost family. They claimed to hear laughter echoing in the trees, or see shadowy figures flitting between the trunks, just out of reach. One stormy night, a local boy, driven by curiosity, wandered to the edge of the forest. As thunder rumbled overhead, he saw a flicker of light deep within the woods. Heart racing, he stepped closer, drawn by an inexplicable force. The light pulsed like a heartbeat, illuminating a clearing where the trees parted. There, he glimpsed a family, William, Eliza, Clara, and Ruth, standing together, bathed in an otherworldly glow. They looked serene, but their eyes were filled with a profound sadness. The boy's heart sank. They were not just lost, they were trapped, caught between two worlds. As he stepped back, the light dimmed, and the figures began to fade into the shadows. Terrified, the boy ran, the weight of the discovery heavy on his shoulders. He returned to town, breathless and shaken, but no one believed him. They preferred to hold on to the mystery, the enchantment of the Carter's tale. Years turned to decades, and Dudley Town remained, a place suspended in time, its secrets buried beneath the leaves. The Carter family became part of its haunted lore, their disappearance woven into the fabric of the town's dark history. And still, on moonlit nights, some say you can hear the laughter of children carried on the wind echoing through the trees, a haunting reminder that in Dudley Town, shadows never truly fade. Today, what remains of Dudley Town are crumbling foundations, moss-covered stones, and the whisper of the past. But what about the infamous curse? Legend has it that the Dudley family was cursed because of their involvement in political treachery in England. According to the story, Edmund Dudley's execution led to a curse on his descendants, and it followed them all the way to Connecticut. In Dudley Town, misfortune seemed to stalk the settlers wherever they went. Families were torn apart, unexplained deaths piled up, and a sense of dread filled the air. Skeptics, however, argue that the so-called curse is nothing more than coincidence. They claim that the town's downfall can be explained by its isolation, poor resources, and the hardships of early colonial life. Despite this, the legend of the curse persists, woven into the fabric of Dudley Town's haunted history. No story of Dudley Town would be complete without mentioning the ghostly encounters that have made it a hotbed for paranormal activity. Over the years, countless visitors have reported strange occurrences in the deserted area. Disembodied voices calling from the woods, ghostly apparitions seen wandering among the ruins, and sudden, overwhelming feelings of dread. One of the most famous ghost stories involves a group of hikers who reported seeing spectral figures moving between the trees, only for the shadows to disappear as they approached. Others claim to have heard eerie whispers and footsteps following them, even though they were completely alone. Some paranormal investigators believe that Dudley Town sits on a portal to another dimension, allowing spirits or entities to pass through and linger. This has only fueled the town's reputation as one of the most haunted places in America. Today, Dudley Town is a no-go zone. The land is privately owned, and visitors are strictly prohibited from entering. This is largely due to safety concerns and the need to protect the area from vandals and thrill seekers. But of course, the restrictions only add to the mystery and allure of this abandoned town. While the general public may not be able to visit, Dudley Town's legend continues to thrive, kept alive through tales of curses, hauntings, and unsolved mysteries. Whether you believe in the curse of Dudley Town or think it's just another ghost story, there's no denying the eerie atmosphere that surrounds this forgotten place. Its tragic past, mysterious decline, and ghostly tales have left an indelible mark on the imagination of all who hear its story. So, what do you think? Is Dudley Town truly cursed? Or are these legends just a reflection of the fears and superstitions of the past? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this deep dive into the paranormal, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more chilling stories from us. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time at Whispers of Weird